Hello everyone. Earlier we talked about strangulation. It was ligature strangulation. The other type of strangulation is manual strangulation. Manual strangulation means when the hands are used to strangle the neck of the victim. Manual strangulation is also called throttling. So today we'll talk about throttling. First definition. It is that form of asphyxia caused by compression of neck by human hands. So when the hands are used to compress the neck of the victim, the condition is called throttling. Now if person dies due to throttling, what would be the post-mortem appearance? The post-mortem appearance would be external and internal. So first we see the external findings. External signs of asphyxia are more marked. Oval or round bruise on the neck. It is oval or round because the pressure, the compression to the neck is caused by fingers and thumbs, by hands. So due to the fingertips or the finger pads or the thumb tips, the resulting bruise would be oval or round in shape. Now the number of the bruise on the neck also depends on the relative position of the assailant and the victim. Suppose if the assailant attacks the victim from the front, assailant is in front of the victim and compression to the neck is done by single hand. So you will find that many finger marks on one side of the neck and one thumb mark on the opposite side of the neck. So the bruise are seen on the either side of the neck. It is seen on the sides of the neck when the assailant is in front of the victim. When the assailant is in front of the victim but using both hands to compress the neck of the victim, in that case you will find that the many finger marks in back of the neck and two thumb marks in front of the neck. So the location, the position of the bruise depends on the relative position of the assailant and the victim. Suppose if the compression to the neck is given from the behind, assailant is behind the victim. So in that case you will find multiple finger marks in front of the neck and two thumb marks in the back of the neck. So again the position, the location of the bruise and the number of the bruise depends on position of the victim and the assailant, relative position. Now when the bruise is fresh, it is soft and red. But after several hours, when time passes, the bruise becomes brown and dry. Bruise is absent if soft material is kept between hands and throat. So if some soft material is there between the hands of the assailant and throat of the victim, so compression or hands does not come into direct contact with the skin of the neck of the victim. So in that case, the bruise will not result. It is also absent if pressure upon neck is maintained even after death of the victim. So these sometimes happens. Throttling is mostly homicidal in nature. Assailant kills the victim. So to make the death of the victim sure, the neck of the victim is compressed for more time than required one, and even after the victim dies, the pressure is continued. So when such thing happens, due to the continuous pressure, the blood flowing under the area of the pressure will escape to the surrounding other area. So the bruise will not result. The struggle marks are seen, they are very well marked. Struggle marks are not always seen. Struggle marks are seen mostly when the victim is healthy and fully conscious. Victim is adult, because as I said you earlier, throttling is homicidal in nature. So if the victim is adult, healthy, fully conscious, victim will not allow the assailant to strangle his neck. So victim will oppose the act, oppose the attack. So struggle occurs between the victim and the assailant. So as a result you will find struggle marks. But if the victim is a very small child or victim is physically very weak, say deceased person, or victim is semi-conscious or unconscious, that victim cannot oppose the attack. So struggle marks are not seen in such cases. So struggle marks you will usually found seen only in cases where victim is fully conscious and healthy. This was about the external postmortem appearance. Now we go to the internal postmortem findings. Internally, to examine the neck, V-shaped incision is put on the neck. Soft tissues on the neck are compressed and they are forced upwards and backwards against cervical vertebra. Bruise in deep layers of the skin, in the superficial and deep fascia, on the sheaths of the neck muscles, and in the substance of thyroid gland. So in these areas you will find bruise internally. Bruise may be absent externally even though extensive bruise is seen internally. So this happens sometimes. Internally extensive bruise is present, severe bruise is present, but over that area externally the bruise is not seen. This because when the internal bruise develops, the blood cannot reach the external surface. So externally the bruise may not be visible. Sternomastoid muscle is torn. Rupture in the intima of carotid artery occurs in 10 to 15% cases. Hemorrhage in pharynx, tonsils, base of tongue and upper part of larynx. Larynx are usually squeezed. Fracture of the larynx is common in old persons. Fracture of superior cornu of thyroid occurs at its base. Fracture of body of thyroid cartilage is rare. Fractures of thyroid cartilage and of hyoid bone are common in old persons because in old age the cartilages and the bones become fragile. Fracture of cricoid cartilage occurs only in fatal cases. So when the person is about to die, victim is about to die, only in that cases you will find the fracture of cricoid cartilage, because in fatal cases compression of the neck occurs very deeply and the location of this cartilage also deeper in the neck. Lungs are congested with subpleural petechial hemorrhage. Pulmonary edema results. Blood stained fine froth comes out is seen in the bronchi. Brain is congested with petechial hemorrhage in white matter. Subarachnoid hemorrhage is also common. So this was about the external and the internal postmortem findings in case of death due to throttling. Now we discuss the specific signs of the throttling. Nail marks on the neck. Here in throttling, compression is given to the neck by the hands. So the nail marks are also seen on the neck along with the bruise. Bruise on the neck due to fingers and the thumb, because the hands are used for compression to the neck. Swelling and congestion of the tissues at and above the level of compression. Bruise of larynx, trachea and surrounding muscles and vessels. Extensive bruise with or without rupture of neck muscles. So these you find internally or specifically in case of throttling. Now circumstances of death from throttling, whether throttling is suicidal, homicidal or accidental. Suicidal throttling is almost impossible. It will not result commonly. The reason is whenever in suicide the victim is by himself compressing his own neck. So whenever he compresses the windpipe, whenever windpipe is compressed, the victim becomes rapidly unconscious. So compression of windpipe produces rapid unconsciousness, and once victim becomes unconscious, the grip to the neck becomes loose. It will be released. So grip cannot be applied for required time. That's why suicide is almost impossible. Homicide with throttling is very common. It is very common mode of killing the other person. It is very common mode of, you can say, murder, because hands are easily available. The assailant does not need to search for any ligature to kill the victim. So homicide is very common. It is possible only when the assailant is physically stronger than the victim. Sometimes when the victim is under the influence of the drugs or alcohol, or victim is unconscious, so at that time homicidal throttling becomes easy. And accidental throttling is rare. It will not occur usually, like just for the fun or just for the joke. If it is attempted, it may become the actual compression of the neck, and this will result into death of the person. That is the accidental throttling. So this we talked about the manual strangulation, throttling. This was all about strangulation. We discussed two types of strangulation, ligature strangulation and manual strangulation. In the next session, we'll talk about the drowning. I hope you enjoyed the session and understand the topic nicely. Thank you.